All we know in the very little concepts that we can use to describe it is dedication, devotion, love of the practice, enjoying the practice. That's the best way to describe. But somehow we can never use the word guarantee on it. Just because we love the practice doesn't mean that it will give its result. I think any farmer or gardener would know, particularly if anyone who happens to be, I don't know, teachers, who happen to be teachers of almost all kinds, would know from their direct experience, or parents for that matter, biological or non-biological, doesn't matter. They would know that in their bones almost, that there is that part of experience where you can never ever bank on. Yeah, the word bank on. You cannot basically invest, it's impossible. But again, the extreme aspect of it is to say bet, gamble. It feels like gambling in a way, and maybe for some that feels comfortable. That language is comfortable. It's playful, it's fun, it's exciting, so therefore one can gamble. But none of those are it. That's why I said that I took sort of a beating on the word enlightenment, saying that basically enlightenment, we cannot also bank or guarantee on the word or the label or the concept enlightenment at all. It doesn't work that way. But nevertheless, it's a wonderful gesture. As we say, it's the thought that counts. And so therefore, the individuals, if you really want to appreciate these sessions, courses, routines, obviously we have to thank the teachers, the guild of teachers. We actually have to appreciate everyone who's really, really involved. And I'm not trying to get sympathy and appreciation from everyone, but I'm really saying it. Some who know, some who don't know. But nevertheless, even those who don't really know, at the back of their mind, they do know that they are doing something, these organizers are doing something for someone, and they seem to reciprocate, and they are supposed to be doing something that is not common in our everyday life. At least that much they know. And but if they really think about it, sit down and think about what on earth are they doing, then they will realize that it's an impossible task. Yeah. Both the party in terms of yourselves and the rest of this organization, what we are doing is something completely non-logical or illogical and very, very ambitious. And it's it's sort of like tragedy, you know. It's not even comedy. So, at least they get paid, so, so that helps to go to the next day, sort of thing. But I really wonder, the chefs, the cooks, and the rest of the staffs, really, they must be thinking, what on earth are they doing? These foreigners don't even belong here, you know. And then, meaning both the black head and the rest of the colored hairs. I'm not talking about skins, I'm talking about the hair, okay? Different colors of hair which don't really belong in this particular continent where they have a particular hair, type of hair. Or smell. Particular, these foreign smells that doesn't belong in this continent, sort of thing. So that's the thing. We are here, and Sopana is looking at me intently. Anyway, so yes, that's the thing about Shine. We have expert Pandits who have in the last few days described what they are. Yes, it is about calming the mind. But what really calms the mind? It's impossible. Sometimes busyness happens to be the most ironic thing to calm the mind. And so therefore, that's just one example. So that just goes to show that we really don't know what is the most ideal and guaranteed tool to help us calm the mind. Impossible to identify. But nevertheless, we are going through the most sort of generic and most commonly practiced methods, and these are, one could say, very profound because we have made it profound. We have made it famous. Particularly our lineage, the lineage of practice, have made it famous. That you just have to toil and dedicate in a lot of hard work, and it is possible. And each of the masters and their descendants have performed exactly according to that motto, sort of thing. And so therefore, sort of it has existed till this time. So now there are two things left for us to do. One is really for ourselves. It's for our own comfort, for our own convenience, and it's personal. That is, that we have to know that these are skillful means. That, of course, 900 years or 900 plus years is a very, very small time, of course, span of time, compared to I don't know, the age of the universe or whatever. But nevertheless, within our own context, it's a long time. And for that long, we have done our best to upkeep that motto, sort of thing. Upkeep with immense perseverance that the lineage of practice is the most supreme practice of all. And it is not wrong, of course, because through this ambitious project, you can actually help people or help others. Probably that's more general, help others. But really, at the end of the day, is it guaranteed in that fashion, in that manner? Obviously not. And to describe that, you can just go back to whatever I've said so far. So therefore we have to know that personally, individually, that is the case. And so therefore we don't have to really feel that we have a sense of mission, that we don't have a sense of pressure. That's it. And so therefore there is no pressure at all. We just have to know that these are just very skillful means, and that's it. Nothing more and nothing less. Then the second one and the last one is that nevertheless we have to do our very best to upkeep this image, to upkeep this motto, long life, to upkeep this impression that through this very, very hardcore practice lineage that we can attain the impossible, we can become better human beings, we can become better at anything, we can find happiness, we can find longevity, we can overcome aging, we can overcome illness, we can overcome poverty, we can overcome death, and we will be able to live very, very, very long. How long? I don't know, but very, very long. Yeah. And to a point where we have no sense of history, sort of thing. But we have to keep that image, because actually there's no real because. Yeah. It's just by doing that,